Hello students. So in the previous class we were talking about that of the stars and the solar system, and in this system student we discussed about the different types of a planet, as well as we talk about asteroid, we talk about the meteors and the comets. What are asteroids, students? So asteroid, basically you see that these are the small parts of the remaining part of the planet which do not combine to form planet. Okay, and with the help of the asteroid, student, we are able to understand that what is a planet, and we also get information regarding that of the regarding that of the sun, because we know that the sun is basically formed, and the remaining part of the sun help in the formation of the planet, and remaining of the planet help in the formation of the asteroid. We discuss about the asteroid belt also, which is basically present in between two planets, that is Mars and that of the Jupiter. Later on, student, we discuss about the comet. Comet are what? These consisting of a tail, and we will call it as that it is basically made up of a frozen gases, and when the comet reaches to that of the sun, because since it consisting of a frozen gases consisting of a ice, student, so we can say that when this frozen gases, you can see that when it reaches to the sun, since consisting of the ice due to the sunlight, it starts vaporizing, and these vaporizing gases will form a tail like a structure, so we will say that comet is having a tail. We discussed about the meteor also, student. Meteor and meteorites. Okay, meteor and meteorites. Meteors is also known as that of the shooting star. Basically, what happened when this meteor it reaches to the surface of the earth, due to the friction it starts burning, and they burn off, and due to which they appears like a shooting star, and that is why the name is given as a shooting star. Meteorites are what, student? When a large big piece of a meteor is there, when it reaches to the earth's surface, okay, due to the friction it burns, but even then also it reaches to the ground surface and form a crater, and such kind of meteors are known as a meteorites. Now today we will see that what is the natural satellite. So you know that, student, what is a natural satellite? Satellite is what? It is an object which used to revolve around the another celestial body. It is a celestial body and it revolves around the another celestial body, that is known as a natural satellite. When we talk about our own natural satellite, students, so in Earth, you see there is only one natural satellite is there, student, and that is Moon. Okay, so only one, although in the other planet if you see that there are more than one satellite is there, and like if you see in case of a Mars, so there are two. Saturn and that of the Jupiter is having a lot of natural satellites. Our own natural satellite, we use a term for it, we use a word for it, and that is Moon. Moon, what are the different characteristics we can say about the Moon? It does not have its own light. Okay, so we can say does not have its own light. If we compare it with all the different types of natural satellites, so this will be the fifth natural satellite, which is the bigger one. So if we compare with this size, so this will comes in the fifth position. So fifth bigger natural satellite. Okay. Okay, so it does not have its own light, it actually reflect the sunlight which is falling on it. Now what kind of a diameter it have? it means what is its size, as well as that how far it is from that of the earth. So if you see the diameter, students, so the diameter of the moon is 3474 kilometer, which is the quarter of that of the earth diameter. Okay, so we can write it. Its diameter is which is the diameter, which is the quarter of the earth diameter. Okay, which is the quarters of the earth's diameter. Okay, so its diameter is 3474 kilometer, which is the quarter of that of the earth's diameter. What about the distance, students, from that of the earth? So the distance of the moon from that of the earth is earth is 3,84,400 kilometers. Okay, so the distance of the moon from that of the earth is 3,84,400 kilometer. Now, how much time? Okay, so this is this shows that why we consider that the moon is it appears bigger than that of the star. It is because of the distance, students. The distance of the moon is lesser than that of the stars, and that is why this moon, it appears bigger in the night if we compare it with that of the stars in the sky. Now, what is this period of a revolution? You know that it used to revolve around that of the earth. So, how much time it will take to complete one revolution? So, you see, it will take about 27 days, 8 hours to complete one revolution. So, we can write it that moon completes its revolution it's one revolution around earth, complete one revolution around earth in almost 27 days, 9 hours. 27 days, 9 hours. Okay, so you can see that how much time it will take to complete one revolution. That is 27 days, 9 hours. Now you see, students, what about the rotation? You know that that the natural satellite not only shows the revolution, it means it not only revolve around that of the earth, but it also used to rotate on its own axis. Okay, so what about the rotation, students? So it will complete its rotation and take almost the same time as it complete one revolution. Okay, so if we talk about the period of the rotation, students, so we can write it, that is moon takes almost the same time to complete or to rotate on its axis, we can write it, to rotate on its axis as period of revolution. It means it will almost take the same time to complete one rotation, to rotate on its axis, as it has taken time to complete one revolution. So this is the basic thing about that of the natural satellite, that what is its diameter, what is the distance of the moon from that of the earth, how much time it will take to complete one revolution, how much time it will take to complete one rotation. Now let us discuss about the kind of atmosphere a moon has. So you see that the surface of the moon, basically it is dusty and it is barren. As well as, is there any atmosphere is there in the moon, student? No. Moon does not have any kind of atmosphere. But in moon, on moon you will see a large craters are there. And the formation of the craters occur on the surface of the moon due to the collision of the moon to that of the meteorites. Okay, so a lot of meteoroids, they used to collide. They shows the collision with that of the moon surface, and due to which there is a formation of craters on the surface of the moon. So let us write each and everything. That is. You see, students? So the first thing is moon surface is dusty and barren. Okay. Second thing, moon has no atmosphere. So it does not have any atmosphere. Then the third one about the moon, students, that is moon have a lot of craters. Okay. And these craters are formed due to the collision. We can write it. These craters are formed due to the collision of the meteoroids to the surface of the moon So you can understand it that it is having a lot of craters, and the crater is formed due to the collision of the meteoroids to the surface of the moon. Now, if we talk about the steep and the mountain, is there any mountain is there, students? So yes, its surface is having a high mountains and consisting of a large number of a steep. Okay, so the surface of the moon has large steep and high mountain. So large steep is there and high mountain is there in that of the moon. Okay, so this is all about the moon, students, that its distance, its period of revolution, its period of rotation, as well as what kind of atmosphere it has. So you see students, it is having no atmosphere. If you see the moon surface, it is dusty, it is barren, but it is having a lot of craters, and these craters are formed due to the collision of the moon from that of the meteoroids, and thus the formation of the crater circle. Now, not only this, it is having the large, steep and the high mountains are also present on the moon. Now, you know that the Neil Armstrong, he was the American astronaut and he was the first person who landed on the moon, and he was followed by Edwin Aldrin. Okay, so we will say that who was the first person who reaches to the moon, who landed on the moon, students. So you know that he is a Neil Armstrong, who is an American, who was an American astronaut. Okay, so this was all about that of the moon. Now after that, student, we will try to understand the phases of the moon. You know that when you see in the sky, you will see that the moon, they used to change their shape with the period of a time. Sometimes you will see the new moon is there, student. It means you can see the moon, the circle moon clearly. Sometimes you will see that only the semicircle, more than a semicircle part of the moon can you see. Sometimes you will see the half of the moon is there, that is the semicircle. The circle of the moon, half one is the semicircle. So the semicircle of the moon you will see. Sometimes you will see that less than that of the semicircle, or a small phase of the moon can be seen, and then you will see that no moon appears on the sky. So you can understand that this phases, it continuously increases. You can see that from the no moon to that of the circle moon. Okay, right now I'm not taking the name, the crescent or that of the full moon, because you will get confused, and later on when I'll start teach, then I'll make you to understand about it. Okay, so why is this so? What can we say? What we will say about the different period, means different shapes of the moon, students, at a different period of a time. So we call it as a phases of the moon. So the next topic is the phases of the moon. We'll try to understand the phases of the moon. Okay. So we can write about the different phases of the moon. Let us try to understand the phases of the moon. Okay. Now you see, student, phases of the moon. Of a moon. Now, what are the different phases of the moon are there, student? First of all, we'll try to understand the definition of the phases of the moon. So, when the moon used to revolve around the earth, due to the revolution, there is a change in the shape of the moon, and this change in the shape of the moon is visible from the earth, which we call as a phases of the moon. So, we can write it. The revolution of the moon around earth makes the moon as it appears changing the size of the moon, changing the shape and size of the moon. This change in the shape and size of the moon visible from Earth which is called as phases of the moon. Okay, phases of the moon, students. It is because of the revolution of the moon. The moon is revolving around that of the earth. So it appears that it is changing the shape and size. And this change in the shape and the size of the moon is visible to us, students, and we will call it that these are the different phases of the moon. Now let us try to understand the different phases of the moon. So phases of the moon, students. Basically, these phases of the moon, it works in a cycle. What is the cycle, students? Like, I'll make you understand with the different phases that these phases keeps on repeating. Okay, so if it is keeps on repeating, students, so we can say that they used to work like in a cycle. Okay, so what is the first phase, students? So the first phase is new moon. New moon. You see, when we talk about the new moon, students, so basically this is a phase of the moon when we can say that moon is in between that of the sun and that of the earth. So you can understand that moon does not receive the light, so not able to reflect the light, and due to which it does not appear at all, and we will say that no moon is visible, and that phase is known as the new moon. Okay, so when we are not able to see the moon in the sky, actually the moon is in the new moon phase, and in Hindi calendar we also use the term for it, that is Amavasya. Okay, so what happens in the Amavasya? There is no light at all, there is no moonlight. Okay, so we can write it, that is the new moon appear, the new moon appears when moon is in between the wait 1 second, students. When moon is in between the sun and the earth. Okay, in between the sun and the earth, and that is why it is not visible in the sky. Okay, so does not receive any light, and thus not visible at all. So we can say not visible. Okay, thus not visible at all. In Indian calendar, if we talk about the Indian calendar, here we are talking about the Hindi calendar. So we can say the Indian calendar, this phase of moon is also called as Amavasya, is also known as Amavasya. So Amavasya is the phase of the moon, student, in which the moon appear when it is in between that of the sun and the earth, and it do not receive any light at all. That phase is known as the Amavasya or the new moon. So this is the first phase. Now discuss about the second phase, student, that is crescent moon. What is a crescent moon, student? So after this new moon, when it is not visible at all, very small shape of the moon is visible to us. Okay, that small shape of the moon which is visible to us as well as which keeps on increasing its size day by day, that is known as a crescent moon. Okay, so we can write it. After the new moon, that is crescent moon. Crescent moon, students. I think it is not visible. Let me write it in black and white. Crescent moon. Crescent moon, students. Crescent moon, after a new moon, a small phase of the moon is visible to us which keeps on increasing, that is known as a crescent moon. We can write it. After new moon, a small portion of the moon is visible to us, which keeps on increasing day by day. Which keeps on increasing day by day, that is known as the crescent moon. I see it keeps on increasing day by day. Okay, so that small portion of moon which is visible to us is known as crescent moon. Okay, so this is known as that of the crescent moon, which is just after to that of the new moon. Now let us discuss about the next moon, student, and that is the half moon. Okay, so after the crescent moon, you will see the half moon. So full moon is new moon is like this one, student, which does not receive any kind of a light. When it receives a small amount of a light while revolving, it will appear like a small portion of the moon will appear to us, students. That is known as the crescent one. And when this moon receives the light more than this small portion of the light, it will form a different phase of the moon, that is known as the half moon. You will see that out of the circle, if half of the portion is receiving the light, is reflecting the light, then moon will appear half to us, and that phase of the moon in which it appears half is known as the half moon. So you can understand by this, student, half moon is what? When the half of the total circle, it means the semicircle of the moon is visible to us. When half of the moon is visible to us, that phase is known as a half moon. Okay, semicircle or half moon. Okay, so basically it happens because half of the portion of the this moon receiving the light, it means it is reflecting the half of the portion of the sunlight is reflected by the moon, and that is why it appears as a half portion. So we will say that a half moon. Okay. Basically it occurs after the 15 days of the crescent moon. Okay, you will observe that after 15 days of the crescent moon, one half of the moon is visible to us. So we can write it. half moon. After 15 days of crescent moon, after 15 days of a crescent moon, half portion of the moon is visible. Okay, so after 15 days of the crescent moon, student, half portion of the moon is visible to us. That semicircle is known as half. So when we observe that the half of the moon is reflecting the sunlight, student, that phase is known as the half moon. Okay.